In my quest to further defend my profound discoveries and assertions that functional illiteracy is at the root of all our social, political, cultural, economic, and religious dislocations, disorientation, and decadence, including violence, which translates as bullying in my wider school environment, and domestic violence in my wider community. I have discovered that it is as a result of a particular character deficit, which is boldness, that many students in our wider school environment, youth and adults in our wider community suffer from bullying. To this effect, I have developed a written and a spoken public speech, which I am here to present now, titled Boldness. To be bold means being courageous, brave, and confident in yourself in all your inter- and intrapersonal interactions, for man is a social and interactive animal. Most of us are timid. We want to avoid tension and conflict, and we want to be liked by all. We may contemplate a bold action, but we rarely bring it to reality. We are terrified of the consequences of what others might think of us and of the hostility we will stir up if we dare go beyond our usual place. Although we may disguise our timidity as a concern for others, like a desire not to hurt or offend them, in fact, it is the opposite. We are really self-absorbed and worried about ourselves and how others perceive us. Boldness, on the other hand, is outer-directed and makes us feel more at ease, since it is less self-conscious and less repressed. Boldness directs the attention outward and keeps the emotion alive. It never induces awkwardness or embarrassment, and so we admire the bold and prefer to be around them because their self-confidence infects us and draws us out of our own ring of inwardness and reflection. We must practice and develop our boldness. We often find uses for it. The best place to begin is a delicate word of negotiation, particularly in those areas in which you are asked to set your own price. You must enter every action with boldness. Do not hesitate. Why? Because hesitation puts obstacles in your ways, boldness eliminates them. Hesitation creates gap, boldness obliterates them. Audacity separates you from the head. Boldness strikes fear, fear creates authority. So my dears, I urge you guys to be bold, speak out, and stand up for your right when violated. If boldness is not natural, neither is timidity. It is an acquired habit picked out of the desire to avoid tension and conflict. If timidity has taken hold of you, then uproot it. Your fears of the consequences of a bold action are way beyond proportion to that of timidity, and in fact, the consequences of timidity are worse. Your values are lowered, and you create a self-fulfilling cycle of doubt and disaster. Remember, a problem created by an audacious move can be disguised and even remedied with more and even greater audacity. So, in view of all this, aspire to acquire what you desire. In order for you to be an empire of success, all you require is to perspire, for you to inquire, and then inspire in others how you made your success not to expire. Ignore all those who conspire to hire your success, and in your entire life, never retire, for you not to be in a quagmire. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 19 states that we all have the right to freedom of expression and opinion of thoughts. This right includes freedom to hold opinion without interference and to seek or receive information and ideas through any media, regardless of frontiers. Article 5 also declares that we all have the right to be free from torture, inhuman, or degrading treatments. The basic value underpinning all human rights is that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and in rights. Respect for individuals and prohibition of every kind of discrimination are the cornerstone to every human rights war. Doth not wisdom cry out, and understanding put forth her voice? We shall be well if we do likewise. In my adequately informed informed moral character and value transformative capacity, I am beseeching you, my all youthful colleagues and fellows, you, my parents and our parents, teachers, guardian counselors, and instructors, you, my amiable director principal and vice principals of our various institutions, you, our leaders, governors, presidents, vice presidents, senators, corporate managers, and administrators of our social, political, and economic order, you, my global world neighbors, businessmen and women, ladies and gentlemen, to be adequately educated, be proactive, outreach, and engaged. Be proud and bold to be a human rights literate and compliant. A human rights literate and compliant is a human with a fundamental human rights capacity building literacy, and as such, a human rights respecting and friendly citizen. A human rights respecting and friendly citizen is an ethical conscientious citizen, and as such, a responsible citizen with an enviable character trait of empathy, selflessness, and boldness. My distinguished and adequately educated colleagues and fellows, empathy, selflessness, courage, and boldness are the roots of all responsible citizenship and good governance. You shall live to remember that all the end of study is to make you a good man and a useful citizen, cautioned by a human rights literate and compliant statesman, John Adams. Born out of my United Nations human rights literacy skill, and living and studying in a society of which bullying take many disguised forms, I have chosen to align with my heart to take a small step in creating and sustaining a society of bullying, of kindness, non-violence, and selflessness by being bold to be a positive bystander against all forms of bullying in my school environment and in my wider community. A positive bystander is an ethical, conscientious individual who witness unkind, harmful, dangerous, and abusive situations and choose to intervene to help prevent the problem from continuing or escalating. A positive bystander model promotes the idea that everyone in the society has a role to play in preventing our schools, families, churches, religion, marketplaces, workplaces, our social interactive gathering from our social realities, laden with enormous vices like our postmodernist society, bereft of values and virtues of kindness and selflessness. A German Protestant clergyman, Martin Niemöller, conclusively noted that in Germany, they first came for the Jews, and I did not speak up because I was not a Jew. And then they came for the communists, and I did not speak up because I was not a communist. And then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak up because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Catholics, and I did not speak up because I was a Protestant. And then they came for me, and by that time, no one was left to speak up. Raphael Waldo Emerson cautioned that if you think your silence in some certain topics, perhaps in the face of unkindness, mean-spiritedness, injustice, could cause others to reserve the judgment of you, far otherwise, your action utters so loudly to men that you have no oracle to speak, no wisdom to offer, and your fellow men have understood that you cannot help them. Does not wisdom cry out, and understanding put forth her voice? We shall be well if we do likewise. Confucius revealed that seeing what is right and not doing it is want of courage. Gandalf also revealed that people say it is great power that holds evil in check, but that is not what I found. It is the day-to-day deeds of everyday folks that keeps the darkness at bay, which is some act of kindness and love. And finally, Margaret Mead asserted that never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change this world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Come one, come all. Let us morally transform, reform, recreate, rebrand, renew, and restore our schools, communities, states, religion, our country, and our world through the power, bliss, coherence, total knowledge, understanding, and application of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which consists of 30 universal articles accepted by the Universal Intelligence Conscience as a standard for moral socialization and conscious development, as an objective value clarification for all humankind unification into a global, moral, ethical, conscientious community. Human rights is the fourth R, the fundamentals of everyone's essential education, along with reading, writing, and arithmetic. Be adequately educated, be proactive, outreach, and engage. Thank you all, and thank you all very much. One love, peace, and justice.